Toronto photographer who left the country for almost a year after being charged with sexually assaulting 4 women has been granted bail for a second time. This was the scene as Mark Holland left the College Park courthouse. City News first told you police issued a warrant for his arrest last summer and were trying to bring him back from LA, where he had been living for 10 months, posting photos of himself on Instagram. He was arrested at the border at Niagara Falls last week. It's unclear if he surrendered or if he was stopped as he tried to re-enter Canada. Holland is alleged to have sexually assaulted a model in 2016. 3 other alleged victims then came forward. Under his original bail conditions, 40-year-old Holland was allowed to work in Toronto as a photographer and club promoter, but he had to live at a specific address. Holland's lawyer says this is much ado about nothing, and that the only thing his client did wrong was not change his address on his bail conditions, and that he had every right to live in LA.
He actually didn't flee the United States. His bail allowed him to go anywhere he wanted. He could have gone to LA every single weekend. The condition he breached was not living in the residence he was supposed to live in. And if he would have advised me that he was going to move to the States, we would have brought a bail application and tried to change that condition.
Was he aware that police were looking for him and trying to bring him back?
I think he was aware there was a warrant out for him for fail to comply, and he always intended to come back, and he did come back before any of his scheduled court dates.
Holland was released on bail with 2 friends standing up for him as sureties. He will have to live with one of them. They each had to put up a bond, one for $75,000, the other for $2,000. Now, Holland will have to abide by several strict conditions. Unlike the first time he got bail, this time he has to surrender his passport, and he can't be alone with a female unless he is in the residence. No contact with the complainants, and he's basically under a work curfew, which means he has to go straight home after work.